Hello there, this is Kat Sturtz from rockingyourpath.com, and today's Fast Action Friday special guest is Laura Ball, who I met in a wonderful little course we took with Jen Lenner called My Little Course. And that's where I learned that Laura knows a lot about creating Facebook ads and why you would want to do it and how to make them profitable for yourself. So Laura, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, hey, Kat, thanks so much for having me. So a little bit about myself. So I have several years experience in marketing, kind of old school marketing, I like to say. And for the past several years, I've been working in the online space. And I really kind of focused on Facebook ads and Facebook for your business because it's extremely powerful and it works. So I love training people on how to use it, and I'm glad to be here.
And I've already sent you a couple of my clients to take your course. So because Facebook ads is not one of my specialties, but like you, I'm more old school. I've been in the consulting and marketing business since like 1971, and things have evolved over time, and you can't be an expert in everything. So do what you do really, really well. So why would I want a Facebook ad? Why would I want to consider one for my business?
Well, I think there's a couple of different things. If you have a business, whether it's local or online, you need to have a Facebook presence. There is 1.5 billion people on Facebook. So especially if your business is global, where it can reach anyone, you need to have that presence on Facebook.
So have you used Facebook ads for your own business?
Yeah. Yes, I've used Facebook ads for my business, and I have several clients that I've used it for. And the important part with Facebook ads is the reason why you want to have them is to grow your email list. So Facebook ads is just a piece of that marketing puzzle. You want to grow your email list because that's where you're going to foster the relationship. You're going to sell to them through Facebook ads. So I love Facebook because it builds that relationship with people, and it allows them to get to know you and like you and trust you. And then when you are ready to sell something, you sell it through email marketing. I mean, if you think about it, people aren't going onto Facebook to buy a couch. They're going onto Facebook to be social, to see their friends and family and pictures of their cats. They're not there to buy something. So the purpose of being on Facebook is to build that relationship. And then the second phase of that is to grow your email list through Facebook ads. Facebook ads is probably one of the best ways to grow your email list. So then you can sell them your products or services through email by giving them great free content, continue that relationship through email marketing, and then sell at the end.
Right. It's all part of that know, like, and trust factor that any business has to have with their prospects.
Exactly.
Now, I know way back when, at least 5 years ago, in the olden days, which really was for social media. It's come so far since then. One of my clients jumped on the bandwagon with Facebook ads and grew his likes on his page to, thousands, but they weren't buyers. They were never going to be buyers of his product. So that was kind of wasted effort and expense on his part.
Yes.
So what would you suggest? I mean, how do we reach the right people that would be good prospects for us?
So one of my modules in my new course is talking about your ICA, which is your ideal client avatar. You need to know who your audience is because I follow Marie Forleo, and she always says, if you're marketing to everyone, you're marketing to no one. So you really need to pin down who your audience is. So think about your ideal customer. What's their age? What are their demographics? Are they male or female? Do they shop online? Do they buy in store? You need to whittle it down. And I think some people fear that. They get nervous. They think, well, if I whittle it down, I'm excluding so many people. But the reason why you want to do that is because you are then talking to that one person, and you will attract those type of people. So knowing your audience is probably one of the first steps in Facebook ads. So your friend, if they were doing a like ad, you want to speak to those people specifically. So you want to, you want to address their pain points. You need to know them inside and out before you can market to them. The second part of it is the targeting, and that is a huge piece of Facebook ads. So if he was targeting somebody just all of the United States and maybe had one interest, like they liked yoga, that's too broad. You need to really be very specific when you're doing Facebook ads, and there are so many ways to target. I can target an ad that is shown to women only who are 40 years old, who like yoga, who live in a certain zip code. It can get that precise, and that's why Facebook ads are amazingly powerful for businesses.
Right. And whether you're a global business like myself, who does a lot of service-based work, coaching and consulting and marketing and spokesperson training, so it doesn't matter that my client may be in Scotland and I may be here in Michigan, but it also, because of the targeting, makes it ideal for local businesses. And I know one of the key things that Facebook has done is made identifying and reaching that demographic, much like old school direct marketing, where you could zero in on a zip code and a person's income and gender and interests and the schools they like to go to, and the whether they were sports fans or opera fans.
Right, exactly. And, it's interesting. I have a client who is a chiropractor, and I keep telling him, you need to run Facebook ads. You need to run Facebook ads. And he's very kind of old school, where he'll just put an ad in the paper. And I said, for the amount of money I'm putting an ad in the paper, let's say it's $300, I can put that money towards Facebook ads, and it could run all month long. And you can reach a more specific audience. If you're putting an ad in the paper, you're only reaching the people who open the paper, and they're probably not your ideal client avatar. So with Facebook, I can spend the same amount of money and show that ad to your perfect person. So but sometimes with local businesses, they're not aware of the possibilities of Facebook. And so that's why I feel like it's my mission to tell people Facebook is amazing for targeting. So it's very important to have it in your marketing plan.
Yeah, especially for owners or managers of businesses who may not be very active themselves on social media. But it's never about you. It's about where your clients are and what they're doing. Awesome. So we need some fast action tips. What should we be doing first, second, third, fourth? What can we get started on to get a more understanding and to jump into doing a Facebook ads in addition to taking your course?
Sure. So, sorry, I have to pause. My cat's on the table.
We like cats.
Okay. So the first thing you'll need to do is start to build that relationship on Facebook. So get your Facebook page up. Start to get engagement with your fans. So let's say you have 300 fans on your Facebook page. You want to post things that are very engaging. You don't want to post that you're having a sale on sofas. You want to post maybe a picture of your daughter sitting on one of the sofas and having a cute caption. So you need to get engagement with your Facebook fans. And the way to do that is to post things that are very inspirational, very funny, very people find value in it, not posting on sales and products that you sell. So that's probably the first tip. So get your Facebook page up and start engaging with your current fans. The second thing is to consider creating a lead magnet. And a lead magnet is something that will help you grow your email list. Again, with the email list, that's where you're going to sell. That's where you're going to sell your products, continue that relationship on through email. If Facebook were to shut down, how are you going to contact people? So your email list is extremely important. When you create a lead magnet is just something that you give away. It could be information, it could be a discount code, it could be free shipping. So it works for global businesses and it works for local businesses.
Mm-hmm.
That is one way to capture email addresses. If you've ever gone to a website and all of a sudden you're looking around the website and something pops up at you, that little box, and it says, enter your name and email for free shipping. That's exactly what it is. They're capturing your email address. So you're giving them something in exchange for their email. So for local businesses, a great lead magnet would be a discount, or, come in for free coffee or whatever it might be in exchange for their email. For me, I have a free mini course. So I know people who are looking to get information on Facebook ads, they can opt into my free mini course, and then I have their email. So again, step one would be building that relationship in Facebook. And then step two would be engaging with your current fans. Step three would be create some sort of lead magnet or freebie opt-in to get their email address. Mm-hmm. And then step four is where you're going to continue the relationship within email and sell to them.
Right. Now, so some people are just becoming aware of how important that email list is and growing that. So if they haven't started that yet, having a Facebook ad is really premature. Get the other going first because you've got nowhere to send them to capture that email, correct?
Well, yes and no. So you can, if you don't have an offer, you can send them directly to your website. So you can do some brand awareness ads.
Okay.
So let's say you do a blog. You want to send traffic over to your website. On your website, you can have your web developer create a little pop-up where it says, stay, if you want to stay in touch with me or get weekly updates or newsletter, opt in that way. So there definitely is a way to get them over to your website as opposed to, if you don't have a freebie right away, that's not a problem. You can just send traffic over to your website.
Right, but they still need a way to capture those emails and to be compliant with the ICANN and the anti-spam regulations that are out there.
Correct,
right.
Correct, yes.
Right. Do you have some examples of types of ads that have run that you've been involved with or that caught your eye?
Sure. So it's funny because I follow Amy Porterfield, who's another social media expert, and she ran an ad which I thought was really interesting. It was a carousel ad. So if you've been on Facebook, a carousel ad is several images. It's almost like a slideshow. And if you click on each image, it will focus on a different topic. So I thought that really caught my eye. The images were great, and then the content, when I clicked on it, was great. So that's one way to do some Facebook ads. Other ones that I've typically been involved in are the conversion ads. So that's when you need to, I'm going to get a little techie now, you need to have your Facebook pixel on your website and your landing page. But conversion ads are the way to get emails. You are sending somebody over to a landing page or their website, and you're asking for their email address. So those are probably the more complex ads. And I think maybe for your readers, you would want to start out with more brand awareness ads, which would be like ads or clicks to website ads, where you're just sending traffic over to their website where they can consume information and kind of get to know you.
Right, especially for, like you said, most of the people that I work with or follow me, they're either just starting a business or just thinking about starting their own business, or have been at it a while and just now really focusing on growing that business to make it profitable.
Right.
So building that relationship and establishing, because you don't need a huge list. You need a list that's targeted and wants what you have to offer. And there are enough customers and clients out there for all of us if you have something substantial to offer them. And we all do in our own way.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right. Somebody's going to ask me, what's a pixel, and we're not talking Pixel Studios that makes wonderful animated films. We're not talking about a single little dot or a space holder on your graphics card or in an image. What is a Facebook pixel?
Okay, so yes, this is probably, I am not a very techie person, so it took me several times to really grasp the concept of a pixel. But what it is a piece of code, which is what I like to call a little piece of gobbledygook, words and, numbers and letters all mixed up. And you place it on your website or your landing page. And Facebook gives this to you. So when you go into your Facebook business page, you can find your pixel. What you want to do is copy it and paste it onto your website. And what it does is it tracks people who go to your website. So what's great about this is retargeting. So if you've ever seen an ad in Facebook and looked at it or maybe even clicked on it, and then a couple of days later you see that ad again, that's retargeting. And how you do that is by having that pixel on your Facebook page. And why it's important is because you have seconds to get somebody's attention. So they might see your ad once and forget about you. But if they see your ad again and again, it might entice them to click on the ad like, I need to look at this.
Right.
So it's just a little piece of code that honestly, if you have a web designer, send it to the web designer and he or she will put it on your Facebook page.
Yeah, I like to think of it as a tracking tag that they put on an animal out in wildlife so they can find out, they put it on a rehabilitated whale, or SeaWorld will do it on the animals that they've taken care of and released back into the wild, so they can track their numbers and find them again and see what's happened to them. And that's basically what you're doing. You're tagging, you're putting this little tag on your website and the tag came from, was supplied by Facebook because it's tied to your Facebook ad. And you get all of that great statistical information and opportunity to find those people again, target those people again. Because let's face it, if we think about our own buying habits, we don't always buy the very first time we see something that interests us.
Right.
We may not have the money right now. We may not have the interest rate right now. Our interest may be sky high, but we don't have the time to pursue it right now. So we think, oh, I'll do it in the future. Well, if you don't remind them that you're still around, they may forget all about you and go with someone else that offers something similar.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
It's extremely important.
Let's talk a little bit about cost for Facebook ads.
Sure. So I would say somebody starting out with Facebook ads, you want to start at maybe $5 a day. So for a client of mine, she wanted to grow her Facebook fans. And we started out with $10 a day, and we did it for about a week. And so I think she got about 120 Facebook fans. And she decided that was a good stopping point. So I think when somebody says, well, how much should I spend? It really depends on your budget and what you're comfortable with. So if you have a couple $100 a month, I would suggest maybe spreading it out a little bit. But I think the first step is knowing what your goal is. What do you want to do? Do you want to get Facebook fans? Do you want brand awareness, or do you want to get emails? Are you list building? So determining what your goal is will then determine what your budget is. And again, it's whatever you can really afford. But to start out, most experts will say between $5 and $10 a day for a specific campaign.
All right. And would you do that for a week, a month?
It depends. It depends on what you want to do. I typically discuss it with my client and I say, well, why don't we try for a week, see what we're getting. If we're getting engagement, if we're getting the likes that we want, let's keep it going. But they generally tell me I have $150 to spend, and then what I'll do is kind of break it out a little bit and kind of spread it out. Maybe
so
we'll
it's
do
really
100.
good that you can set the max that you want to spend at a particular time, as opposed to saying, okay, for each click or traffic that's sent me, I'm responsible for paying this much. Because there are people who are afraid of success or who may not be ready for success, and you don't want to commit to something and find out suddenly you've got to spend $500 or $1,000 for the traffic that occurred. You're setting the budget up front so you know up front what your costs are, and then you can expand them when you're ready to expand them, right?
Exactly. When you go in to create an ad, it will tell you how much you want to spend per day. So you put in $5. You can even stop it. You can say, I want it to stop on October 28th. And it will stop so that you're not going over. My one suggestion, though, is when you're doing Facebook ads, you want to be in there every day and you want to track the progress of the ad because you don't want to waste money. So if the ad is not converting and you're not getting the likes, then you want to stop that and revisit the ad and look at it. Is it the image? Is it the copy? What's going on and what is the issue?
Yeah. And that brings us to like split testing, using different images, different headlines, different text. What suggestions do you have for us on that?
So I think the first thing you need to split test is targeting. So within Facebook, you can target several different things. And I would suggest if you're really not sure about your ideal client avatar, if you don't know who your audience is, do a little split test. So you might want to, like for me, for example, so my client avatar is somebody who is looking to grow their business using Facebook ads. Specifically, I focus on women, online businesses. So I know that those people probably follow Amy Porterfield, Marie Forleo, but I also know that they might follow online course schools. So I might do one ad set, and this is getting into the structure of Facebook, so I'll try to keep it high level, but you might want to run one ad that is targeting Amy Porterfield's fans, okay? So that ad is going to Amy Porterfield set will go towards the online schools because I know people who want to learn about Facebook, they're looking for online schools and they're looking for somebody to train them. So you want to split test those two audiences. And the reason why you want to do that is because they each get their own budget. And then Facebook won't determine who the winner is. You will be able to determine who the winner is by seeing which one is converting best. And again, you start with $5 a day for each ad set. So targeting would be the first way I would split test.
Great. And I like that you're bringing up people like Amy Porterfield and Marie Forleo, and I can also think of Mari Smith and Andrea Ball. I've heard people say, well, I don't want to do something because there are other people selling kind of what I do. Well, that's the point. They've already proven there's a market for it. If they're doing well, there's a market for that. You don't want to go into a market that is dead because somebody's already tried it. And, you can approach things differently, but beware of trying to be the only fish in the sea.
Exactly. I think that's a struggle. I think about that sometimes and I think, oh, everybody's done this. Marie Forleo had a great example. She said if every Italian restaurant said that, we wouldn't have all these beautiful Italian restaurants to go to. So everybody, I think, brings their unique style to things and something special about them that resonates with their client or their customers. So yeah, we have to kind of not think that way. And it's hard. I get it. I totally get it. But I feel like I might bring something different than maybe Amy Porterfield. So.
Absolutely. All right. So you suggested that we work on who we're targeting, narrowing it down. What about writing the copy, headlines and the body copy? Are there images that work better than other types of images or wording that works better? It's more better than less better?
So you can test, I'll start with the ad copy. You can test the length of the ad copy. You can test the style of the copy. My one big suggestion would be to keep it conversational. Again, Facebook is a social platform. People are there to be social. So talk to the person, your ideal client, like you were talking to a friend having coffee.
Yeah, one person at a time.
Exactly, one person at a time. I saw an ad and it said, "Hey friend," and I thought, oh yeah, is she my friend? But it got my attention, and she was very casual about her conversation. I might run an ad saying something like, "Oh, are you frustrated with Facebook ads?" Because that would resonate with my client. People would be like, "Yes, I am frustrated with Facebook ads.
I don't know what to do, or I tried it and it didn't work. I don't know what went wrong. My friend did it. She had great results. I didn't." Yeah.
Exactly.
So let's talk about your course. Tell us.
Oh, great. Sure. So I am starting to record this week. It is called Quick Start to Facebook Ads. And it focuses a little bit on everything. And I start kind of at the beginning, where what is the reason, why do you want to have a Facebook page, and what do you put on that Facebook page? And then it talks about a little bit about, how to grow your email list. And then it really gets into the meat of Facebook ads. And I walk you through step by step. I will show you my screen. I give live demos. I have downloads. So it's 9 modules of Facebook goodness. I just absolutely love Facebook ads. So I love to teach people, because it can really, really be a great success for your business. So I highly recommend them.
Oh, I would too. And I've taken her other course. Brilliant stuff. It was simple for me to understand. As I fully admit, Facebook ads is not my forte. So I looked to other people to teach me, and I was wowed by it. How do we reach you, Laura?
Sure. So you can reach me at hello@getsocialms.com, getsocialms.com, and my website is getsocialms.com.
Sometimes it's like how to spell our own names that gets it, Well, I loved having you as my Fast Action Friday guest today. I know this is a hot topic that's not going to go away, and there's always something to learn from it. So whether you tried Facebook ads and they didn't work for you, and you want to know why and what to tweak to make them perform for you better. If you've never done a Facebook ad, or if you're just learning that they even exist and that they are something you could do and could afford to do for your own business, whether it's a service-based business, a product-based business, whether you're a global, regional, or even a local-based business with a brick-and-mortar type company. Like a restaurant or a parts store or a plumber, look to Facebook ads as a very affordable way to have advertising in your marketing, into your integrated marketing. All right, Laura, thank you so much. Tell me, where are you calling in from today?
I am calling in from Pittsburgh, and it's beautiful today. It's a beautiful fall day. It's actually going to get up into the 80s, which is really weird. So, I'm in Pittsburgh.
Here in Michigan, it was in the 70s last night, and we've got the fall colors going on. Yeah. Right now, it's gusting pretty heavily, but it's so beautiful today.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining me today. This is Kat Sturtz from rockingyourpath.com, ending another episode of Fast Action Fridays. And I want to remind you to keep rocking your unique path to success. See you next week.